downs within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. On first down, it's Taylor. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. Pass incomplete. So not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
On third down, Taylor. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Coming in carrying the losing not the start that they were looking for. 3 and out on the opening drive.
So now everyone's looking at each other. And what I mean by that is, who's going to make the right play? Who's going to get us out of the doldrums? Who's going to get us out of this funk that they're in right now? They've got to find someone who will make a play, create a play, and get their confidence moving in the right direction.
Taken in at the 22. Fancy footwork at the 45. It looked like he might beat that last man. He doesn't, though, but it goes as a 32-yard return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. A first down carry now for Crowell. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense, finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll set up to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's going to be marked down deep into Kansas City territory. And now a first down following that long gain.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go, now. Now, let's go. 3, 9.
And he'll give it here to his running back. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. It's their quarterback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. And it's 17-7. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up second down.
Watch it now, Barney. Detroit. Leopard. Watch it now, Barney.
On the counter, it's Crowell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Go. Let's run. They're running. We got three down.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. All right, now, look at 56. Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. Green, 39.
Looking to throw. Bates. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. He'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He's the reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively, they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right?
Yeah,
you'd make sure that
absolutely.
he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. Here's a give to Crowell, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
Back to throw. Bates. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A very solid gain of 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down.
Detroit! Here we go!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
10 yards still left on 2nd down.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Detroit! Hurry up.
They go back to the ground now with Crowell. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Looking to throw. Bates. And that is incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So out come the Chargers. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points. He's got daylight. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, L.A. Corey Grant, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. It's Kelsey on the ground. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a handoff to Crowell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter in Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. Back to throw. Bates. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Bates. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Now let's go. All right, now look like that. Philly, here we go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bates. A screen complete to Crowell. Isaiah Crowell. He's all alone. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Crowell with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead is now 13. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They give them a gain of 38.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because you don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So if you can chip off the timing of the receiver off the line of scrimmage so he can't actually get into the route, that's the best way to defend it. But there was no possibility of that on that play. End result, the receiver won in a big way.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. They'll set up a throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. In motion left goes Allen. On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Danny Nicholas. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Second down now after the incompletion. Off the bootleg. Bates. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. This is Crowell. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now let's go.
Off the play fake. Bates. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. The Chiefs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 19. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Schmidt on to punt as he sends it away. Look at this spin.
Balance.
And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter in Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Green, 39. Green, take that in, Philly. Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one is right down the middle. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Back to throw here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at about the... Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. A decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Fresh set of downs here. Looking to throw. Bates. And going deep for Hill. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 59 yards.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass. So sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Crowell, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he is knocked down from the side. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Down. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll drop the throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown. Another all-pro play by the all-pro Eric Berry. What makes this guy so good at reading defenses is making pick 6 plays like that.
But we know he's fantastic athletically. He can cover sideline to sideline, end zone to end zone. But he does make educated guesses. Great film study, observation during a game. And when he decides to go after it, it usually turns out right.
He had a pair of pick 6s and 2. Very memorable pick 2 against the Falcons. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. Third down here.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete.
Here we go now.
They're going to look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. Off play action. Bates. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Back to throw. Bates. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. Leopard. Now, let's go. No. Check. Patriot.
From the gun, Bates. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded at the 33. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On the run, it's Crowell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Bates. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Gary Barnidge, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, pass the sticks, 1st down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing, so they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Off the play fake. Bates. And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And an alley to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Corey Grant, 79 yards. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream